We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Among the rest of the population, the statistics and all the possible threats are not any different. The urinary tract infection, STDs, HIV, nothing that is taken as a study group. It's not an issue. The thing is, well, the reason of cleanliness. Well, what about the mouth? Let's pull out baby's teeth so it will be clean mouth, you know. You just learn hygiene, and you know, what if his hands will get dirty? Cut them off too. You know, there's just not enough body parts to cut everything that might get dirty.
Right.
You just learn to wash it. That's basically the ticket. There was this study done in Africa last year that came up with undoubtedly rightful explanation for circumcision. They said that rates in HIV contamination dropped dramatically for circumcised adults, and they went really at great length to circumcise a few hundred adults, and indeed rates went down. And that was published all over the world, and all over the world they're trying to make it mandatory now, as medical association recommended. There is a catch though. Those studies were done on those men who, after circumcision, did not have sex for a few months because it hurt that bad. And all those statistics were taken during those months when their sexual activity was absolutely on zero. Of course, there was no, you know, the rates in the HIV contamination went all the way down. But the problem is that now they will skyrocket because they're not going to use any other kind of protection, because they believe that because they're circumcised, they're immune.
And that's like the most painful thing you possibly can happen to a human being, is what you're saying. So that inevitably can be a reason for someone to check out.
Precisely.
Wow.
Precisely.
And I guess on a final note, just to leave on a good note, I mean, just the orgasmic part, like the baby coming out, I don't know, like the vaginal walls, I mean, they can easily grow that big to, or move for the baby to push through easily if done correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, when somebody is looking at birth from outside, you know, just watching birth, somebody said it's like watching Saint Bernard coming in through a cat door. That's not exactly it, because the cat door has fixed dimensions. It's just this size, and that's all there is to it. The female tissue during birth becomes very stretchable, soft, pliable. It's elastic. It's not this rigid fixed dimension that can only open that much. She opens up. Her body that built that baby inside of her has everything it takes to open up and let this baby out.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
If she's relaxed.
If she's
See,
relaxed.
that's the thing. She has to learn the whole, whatever you do to prepare for childbirth, basically it boils down to this: relax. Whatever it takes, learn to relax. In real time, in this body, in the intensity of this experience. That's the trick, to stay relaxed within the intensity of this experience.
For everybody's left brain, what happens, like, scientifically in the body to enable the vaginal walls to open like that?
Millions of years of design. It happens the same as it happens in every horse, in every bear, in every lion, in every mouse. It's just what female body does. There is a very complex cocktail of hormones that the female body is producing as a response to the baby's cocktail of hormones that the baby is producing when the baby feels ripe and ready. It's actually the baby is initiating the exit. So the baby signals, okay, I'm ready, and the mother's body starts propping into opening and starting rewiring into, instead of holding the baby in, it starts immediately taking off all taboos and barriers and opening up. It's all very reptilian brain, very hormonal. It's
like orgasmic, endorphins just flying around everywhere.
yeah.
So women,
If she is not stressed out,
if she's not stressed,
if there is nobody around her who is stressing out. See, that's the trick. For example, if her mother is freaking out, if she is just her contractions trigger her own birth trauma when she was born and when she was giving birth to that woman, it can happen that this woman would prolong this labor up to 8-9 hours just by being in that presence, because she carries her own memory, cellular memory, cognitive memory of what she went through. So that's my number one recommendation. Well, no, number one is relax. Learn to relax. Whatever it takes, learn to relax. Number two is have some privacy to labor. Privacy means freedom from anybody's projection onto this specific situation. The birthing field needs to be just this woman's, this baby's. And if the father of the baby was smart enough and clear enough, he can be in there too. And maybe a doula and a midwife who also have to be aligned with this birthing field, free from their own birth trauma, which is a big if. But there is a lot of women out there that really know how to hold the sacred space for the baby to come out.
wow. So women, in essence, are lucky to have children, because if they can be relaxed, the amount of endorphins and hormonal stuff going on is just the most absolute bliss that a woman can ever experience in her entire life.
There is nothing that can compare to it.
Man.
And if you see when a man is connected with, when he is completely present, he actually experiences it too. And when I see, their faces, they're just going into total ecstasy, and you can see that he is experiencing everything she's experiencing. And those men were sharing that there is nothing that can compare to this. Being in the presence of their baby being born and receiving that baby, being the first hands that this baby is experiencing, touching, and it's magic.
Thanks again. And we've got
Angela Stokes-Monarch
and
Elena Tonetti Vladimirova
and Matt Monarch, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.